glass, monopoly Panos. And for our capstone, we built an interactive video game called Spectrum, which teaches fundamental color theory. And we did it for the Monterey Bay Arts Council, and our advisor is Pat Watson. So the primary goal of the Monterey Bay Arts Council is to provide art education to the masses, in particular children, but they begin to realize that that the traditional methods of teaching that is having diminishing returns, meaning they're becoming less and less. It's becoming less and less effective. So hopefully, with the help of our game, a new, engaging, and more fun tool will be provided for the children, which will help reinforce those concepts. The game will be primarily targeted to children between ages 9 and 12. However, it will be available to whoever is interested in trying it.
Our solution was to come up with a game that was very fun and engaging, because we believed that if they were actually playing the game and more involved, then they would be able to have the concepts stick with them a lot better. They would have a lot more investment in learning the concepts, because they need to use the different skills that they learn to actually progress throughout the environment. And so by doing this, we were hoping that it would have a much bigger educational impact than just the typical, very static way of teaching now.
So building a video game takes a lot of work. So naturally, we had to form a group around it, and there's 3 of us. So in order to finish it in an allocated time frame, provide for us, we broke it into individual workloads. Example being, Blake was responsible for managing aspects of the game engine, which would develop around scripting and just pretty much the general flow of the game would run smoothly. I was responsible for the creative direction of the game, which was mainly textures and concept art, and pretty much just the whole look and feel of the environment. And our third group member, Rohit, was responsible for the 3D construction for the game, so pretty much all the models, the cars, the buildings, just all 3D objects he constructed. Now we're just going to do a quick,
I'd like to show you guys a quick demo of what our game looks like in action. So you can see our world is very...
Are you on 1?
Did you push the button all the way in?
No.
Well, I guess to see our demo, you're going to have to come to our poster session. But our world, we made it very colorless, so that it's really obvious to people what they need to interact with. Certain colors are, certain objects are colored solidly, and if you shine a similarly colored light on it, it'll filter the thing out and they can pass beyond it. And other objects in the world are translucently colored, and if you shine the object's complementary color onto it, it'll become solid, and they can use that to also traverse or to get access to things that they wouldn't otherwise have had.
So for the tools, pretty straightforward. We just, for hardware, used our personal computers to run all the software. We required some recording equipment, which was provided here in Building 18 in order to record all the sound effects. We utilized Unity, which Blake was